Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. So back again for more Just for Fun Driving Club 3-lap races live from Nurburgring, Nordschleife. So I think we've got 4 races lined up for you lot tonight. It does say 3 rounds, 4 races. I think that's meant to be 3 laps, 4 races. Bop is on with fuel consumption and tyre wear is added as well. There might be a little bit of weather happening too, which makes it a little bit more fun halfway around the circuit. Merch still available, people. Hit me up for stickers, darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. Oh, hold on. Camera's broke. What's going on? Yeah. Interesting. Don't know what was going on then, but it's working. Here we are. Welcome back. So, Nurburgring, Nordschleife. How many have we got in? Only 8. What? There was more drivers in here. Oh, it's raining on track right now. Interesting. The lobby was a lot more full. You can see over here when the race comes to start. Left the room, left the room, left the room, left the room, left the room. So who are we left with then? We're left with Smiling Speedster, the Basti Brakes, Mart, Lookty, Ace Killer, Vossi, Potkind and Kalitim. Kalitim. Yeah, that's his name. So, just 8 drivers for race 1. It's a shame. Plenty of spaces available, people. If you're listening and you fancy getting involved, lobby ID is in the... hold on, where's my finger pointing? Top corner, over there. Look in that direction, you can see it. Just next to the drivers. Room ID is SD6X64 if you want to get in, or look for lobby host Potkind Vectra. That's Potkind with 2 T's, or look for me and join it. So a little bit of static coming through again. I'm not too sure what's happening with that. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I've checked all my connections. I've ripped my headphones out and put them back in. I'm only getting a bit of static through the ears, but if you're listening and you can hear that static too, please let me know. Have I got to jiggle the whole system again, or is it just smash the headphones around the room? I don't know. So I think race kicks off at 5 past. Yeah, I've got real bad static right now. Again, don't know if you guys are hearing that. If you are, let me know. I'll hit something with a hammer. Yeah, that's bloody awful. Hold on. Okay, that sounds better. Is everything else still turned on? Yes, yes and yes. Okay, good. So yeah, race should start about 5 past. Be interesting to see what they're going to do in terms of weather for race 1. It's currently not raining on track, but still wet parts of the circuit. Let's just turn all that on for you. So he's on wet tyres then at the moment. Vossi rolling around on a set of inters while that little bit of rain came down. But yeah, no qualifying in this one. Oh, we'll start at 06. Okay, so we've got a minute. So yes, so no qualifying in this one. It is first race set by grid order. Sorry, not grid orders, as of driver rating. So if you look next to the drivers, you'll see all those letters, and obviously the higher up they are, the better you are. So it's A and S. I think S is like superior or something special. I don't know. A is good for driver rating. S is really good for sportsmanship rating as well. And then as you scroll to the bottom, you'll see little old me down there who's hardly driven or raced this thing with a DC, because all I've done is played it enough to open this bit up so I can get online and do the commentary. Okay, still got a little bit of static. Again, not sure if you guys can hear that or whether it's just my headphones that need a damn good jiggle. I don't know. I don't know. Everything's connected that should be and working and stuff. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. So let's get ourselves to the front. Let's change that camera. Okay, change that camera view up. Get ready for race one then. Red lights go on. Held for an awful long time. Smiling Speedster a little bit slow off the line maybe. Basti brakes straight up the inside. Mart finds a gap as well. Two drivers getting past Smiling Speedster. Then Lutzi also looking for a way past in the Ferrari. Ooh, a little bit of nudging. Oh, Lutzi almost loses it through there. Tight pack at the back. Top two, yeah, it is the top two have managed to make a little bit of a break already. So Basti brakes up front in the Ferrari and Mart in the BMW. Both have pulled a little bit of a gap. Tiny bit of rain coming down here. They are starting on soft tyres, so they want to hope that the rain stays away at least until lap 2. Look at the gap they've built up already, 2.5 seconds. So Basti leads then, 1/4 second over Mart. Into the hairpin they go. That rain starting to come down a little bit heavier now. Lutzi still holding 3rd, Potkind 4th, Ace Killer in 5th. Smiling Speedster down to 6th. Vossi in 7th, Kalatim in 8th. What is that static? That's awful. I don't know what that is. Top 2 then, still pulling a gap from those drivers behind. Opened it up to almost 4 seconds. So again, they're on the racing soft tyres, obviously not designed for the wet weather. Still got a little bit of grip. But it will start catching drivers out the heavier it gets. If it's rained on, you know, halfway round. If it comes down heavier halfway round, it could catch them all out at a certain corner. Top 2 then, still pulling away. Potkind in the lead of that next little pack now. He's managed to get himself ahead of Lutzi. Oh no, Basti brakes has got it all wrong. I think that rain has caught him out. Potkind Vectra, oh no, oh my god. He's been caught out taking avoiding action to get round Basti. Unfortunately, when he comes back on track, he didn't make it. Getting round Basti very well. Ended up putting a wheel on the grass, spun himself round and ended up taking out Lutzi, unfortunately. Basti brakes, then drops all the way to 7th. You can see drivers just having to run off the racing line. The rain just catching them out. So Mart, race leader then, 5.7 seconds. Oh, this is disgusting. I don't know if I can listen to 2 hours of static. I don't know what's going on. It's absolutely disgusting. That's all I can hear is static. Random. 4.3 seconds out front then for Mart. Ace Killer, friends with Mart in the same livery. He's managed to get his way through to 2nd then, avoiding the rest of that chaos. Vossi into 3rd, Smiling Speedster back up to 4th then. A little bit of chaos helping him out from 6th to 4th. Katalim in 5th. Basti brakes back up to 6th. Oh, Lutzi. Potkind Vectra a little bit side by side coming through the carousel. Not sure if Potkind's just backed off the throttle a little bit to allow Lutzi to catch up, maybe overtake him. at an opportune moment, obviously. So what do these drivers do then in terms of fuel, tyre wear choices? You know, you can see there's still water being kicked up from this track. Let's just have a quick look at that windscreen. Can't see any rain coming down on that screen at the minute. So it could be drying up this end of the circuit. He has been running a little bit slow though, Mark. That gap from 3.4 seconds, nearly 4 seconds, down to 2 seconds then. Different tyre strategy between Mart and Ace Killer. Mart on the softs, Ace Killer on the mediums. Seem to be working for him quite well. Right, what's going on here? Oh, I don't know with this static. I don't know. Something's happening. It's got to be something to do with this cable. Because every time I touch it, it gets worse. Or better. Gaps then opening up here at Nordschleife in lap 1. Mark being closed up rapidly now. That gap below 2 seconds. Ace Killer not quite close enough to get the slipstream onto the Dottinger straight. Oof, a little bit wide through there as well for him. What is kicking off in my computer to make it make that noise? That gap's still at 1.7 seconds. Here they all come then, all onto the Dottinger straight now. Big gaps developed though already on lap 1. I tell you, it's almost as if something's happening in the computer because it's timed, this bloody thing. Top 3 then, still pretty close. So is anybody going to stop for lap 1? Basti brakes. No, stays out. Potkind stays out. Vossi and Basti brakes have actually had an incident again somewhere because Lupti's managed to make his way back through to 5th. Right, I'm going to try changing USB ports and see if that does anything because that is absolutely disgusting. Come on, work. Come on, there we go. Hey, no static. Oh, damn, it's come back. Something's kicking off in the PC. Who knows? Ferrari's quite popular now they've appeared. A few drivers opting to pick that car for the racing. So Mart still leads then into lap 2. It's just over a second though in between them. Between first and second. Smiling Speedster not that far off the back of Ace Killer either. Catalin keeping himself in check with that fight here. Just over a second back himself, Catalin. Lupti in 5th then, slowly closing up on that pile in front. Managed to pull himself away from that, the incidents happening earlier on. Clear air behind him now, 3.4 seconds back to Vossi. There's another 4.3 back to Basti. And 5.4 back to Potkind Vectra. Mart then begins to reopen that gap between himself and Ace Killer. Track's starting to dry out again now. Soft tyres will start working again. Obviously carry a little bit more pace than the mediums. Ace Killer on the mediums. What's Smiling Speedster actually doing alright? He's on a set of mediums. Has been able to close up on Ace Killer. Catalin still just hanging on at the minute. 1.6 seconds. Lupti closing up on him though. 2.2 second gap down to 1.6. So Vossi's 6, but Basti's closing up on him again. Had a good start, Basti, and then binned it. Got into the lead and then binned it halfway around lap 1. Potkind Vectra falling off the pace a little bit. That gap opening up a tiny bit more to 6 seconds then. Bit of work for him to do if he wants to get it back involved. Still, the gaps stay pretty consistent between the top 4. Catalin loses a little bit more time to the top 3. Lukti starts closing down on him again. Down to 1 second, almost within tow range for Lukti. And he does now pick up the tow. As long as he can keep that car on the grey stuff, he should be able to close up on Catalin. Into the carousel we go then. Hot on the tails of Catalin now then, just 0.6 of a second behind him. You can see him getting a little bit further away from those drivers in front. Difficult places to overtake though, not many here at Nordschleife. As big as the track is, you've almost got to wait for mistakes to happen or wait for those longer straight sections. Difficult to get a move up the inside of any of these corners. Again, without a mistake anyway. Keeping himself right in check with Catalin then. Wants to stay here when they hit the Dottinger straight so he can carry that speed, use the slipstream. Hopefully get his way past Catalin. Still some little wet sections on the curbs that aren't hit that often. Can just catch these drivers out. You can see the track very dry now. Let's change that to a bit of bumper cam. Again, Lukti keeping himself right in the shadow of Catalin here. A little bit of air time off that hill. Closer again with that slipstream. Oh, almost tiny bit of contact between the two of them. Not enough to upset either of their races. Looked he was closing up on Catalin anyway, and now he's right on his tail, heading up towards the swallowtail then. Gives him a little nudge on the run into it, just to keep that pace up. Gap at 1/4 of a second. Slipstream starting to take effect then. So will we see Lukti just go for an overtake? No, he goes for a little bit of a bump draft. So you'll notice that drivers do that down this straight, due to the fact that if you go for the overtake straight away on the Dottinger straight, this thing's so long that it can give the driver who you've just overtaken the opportunity to get back into your slipstream and overtake you again coming up here. So that little bump draft just pushes them up the track, then you do your overtake and it doesn't give them enough time to get that catch-up stroke overtake back on. Okay, looks like nobody's stopped here then. Mart stays out, Ace Killer hot on his heels though. The two BMWs neck and neck in this first part of the track. Will we see Ace Killer go for a brave move? Will he stick behind Mart until he knows he can just put the hammer down, use the slipstream and overtake? Smiling Speedster falls off the back of those two a little bit, 1.7 seconds. Lukti in 4th. Just saw him get his way past Catalin. He's only 2.3 seconds behind Smiling Speedster. Single lap to go. It's definitely doable. Oh, gets a little bit loose through there though. Catalin in 5th. Basti breaks in 6th. Vossi been in the pits. Fresh set of soft tyres on for him. Potkind as well. Why has Potkind come out on a set of inters? Does he know something we don't? I suppose we'll find out as we go through this lap. Mart still leads then. Ace Killer hot on his tail. Nowhere to go down here. Drivers joining the room, leaving the room. Unfortunately, these races do take a little bit of time. And drivers don't want to hang about for 20 odd minutes if they come in here early. Smiling Speedster has managed to make that gap up. Top three then, bumper to bumper. Look how quick Ace Killer is closing up on Mart. Oh, look at this. Smiling Speedster properly involved in this fight now. Top three then battling it out to the line. BMW, Porsche at the moment. Ferrari in fourth. Got another Ferrari in fifth. Ferrari in sixth. Vossi in another BMW in seventh. And Potkind in another BMW in eighth. Still bumper to bumper then, these three. Headlights of Lukti just 2 seconds in the background, still dragging Catalim along for the ride. So there could be an opportunity for a podium position for Lukti if any mistakes happen with these three drivers. Some interesting gear changes there by Smiling Speedster. Okay, opportunities here then. This is not a straight, but it is one of the sections where you can get these cars up to full speed. Using that slipstream as well, you can get overtakes done after this left-hander. You can start putting the work in now to try and make those moves. You can see Smiling Speedster trying to find a way past, just gives Ace Killer a little nudge. Pushes him a little bit closer to Mart in front. Through this right-hander, down towards this sharper right, heading up towards the carousel. Again, nowhere to overtake through here without mistakes. Lukti getting a little bit closer. Still neck and neck on the exit of the carousel. Lukti still just 2 seconds behind. Have a quick flick through the rest of the field. So we have got Mart leading, Ace Killer second, Smiling Speedster in third, Lukti in fourth, Catalim in fifth, Basti Brakes in sixth, Vossi in seventh, Potkind in eighth. Still not raining, he's on those inters. They're already half worn. Okay, oh no, we've lost a Smiling Speedster. He's tried to keep at the pace of the two BMWs and it's cost him. He's a position down. He's under threat here for fourth as well from Catalim. Lukti's managed to make his way through to that podium position. I did say it was possible. Probably would have taken a mistake. Looking at the pace of these drivers, all very similar. Chat disconnected. Why did you disconnect, chat? Stupid YouTube. Smiling Speedster fourth then. Desperate to get that third place back. Catalim in fifth. Basti Brakes sixth. Vossi seventh. And Potkind way off the pace then on those inters. Hoping for a little bit of rain at the end of this race, but it's not to be by the looks of it, unless it's pretty much on the dotting a straight as we watch this battle for first kicking off though between the two BMWs up front. Just quarter of a second in it between them. Now will Ace Killer go for the win, or will they just work together? Oh, already tries to make the move up the inside, and it works. But has he jumped the gun? Oh, Luckty almost losing that Ferrari. Far too quick coming onto the dotting up. Now, Mart has got a slipstream. Luckty has also picked up a slipstream, but I don't think they've got enough time to close back up on Ace Killer. They are getting closer, but they're running out of track as well. Luckty closing up on Mart. Does he go for the move? Is he close enough? He could be running back up the hill. It's going to turn into a four-way fight here. Smiling Speedster back involved in this. Oh, Luckty! Absolute chaos at the end of the race. What happened there? Absolute chaos. So, I think as Luckty was trying to get round, I'm just calling this out from my opinion from what I saw, it looked like Luckty was trying to get round the outside stroke inside of Mart. Didn't get that quite right, ended up on the grass, car started going sideways, peeled across the track, and it looks like he took Martin out, which potentially straightened him back up. But he did stop at the line and allow Mart to come past. I'm not sure whether that actually ended up taking out Ace Killer as well, but he ended up in the wall at the end. Yeah, people all over the place at the end of that one. So it was actually Smiling Speedster that took the win then. So he qualified first, had a terrible start, and managed to get back to the front. Well done, Smiling Speedster. Catalim as well, out of nowhere, has turned up in second position. Mart takes third with that little bit of chaos at the end. Ace Killer takes fourth. Luckty comes home in fifth. Basti breaks sixth. Vossi seventh. And Potkind Vectra in eighth. Ooh, new drivers in the lobby. What have we got? X22 Dexenbuke and Sam Wolf. That's who we've got. A couple of extras. So will there be a few minutes break in between? Yeah, Torpedo. Yeah. A few minutes break. I think that's what happened. Smiling Speedster. I think Luckty got it a little bit wrong, just trying to get past Mart. That Ferrari just spun round. I don't think it was under braking. Probably still under acceleration and turning at that point. Maybe just in the transition of going from acceleration to brake. Yeah, around he went, took out Mart. I didn't see whether it took out Ace Killer, but I did see Ace Killer end up in the wall in the penultimate corner. So how that happened, I don't know. Unless he was just offline with the chaos and couldn't get it steering back right. But yeah, no idea. That's kind of what it looked like to me. But you lot were there. You lot were in it. Again, so there's going to be a few minutes break in between race 1, race 2. Let's just have a quick look at those results. Oh. There they are. Smiling Speedster. Back at the front. Catalim second. Mart third. Ace Killer fourth. Luckty fifth. Basti breaks sixth. Vossi seventh. And Potkind in eighth. Okay, so 5 minutes in between race 1, race 2. Don't forget to go and check out that website. All right, I'll pull it up after race 2. I've not pulled it up, but yeah, go check out the Just for Fun and can I speak tonight? Just4Fun Driving Club.de. Go and show them some love over there. If you want to get yourself involved, obviously the lobby, I'm using the wrong hand again, the lobby code is in that top corner over there. You'll see it, room ID. 11 drivers on track then for race 2 at the minute. Christian is in the house. So yeah, a few minutes in between race 1, race 2, but yeah, definitely go and check out the Just4Fun Driving Club.de website. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, interesting. I was expecting a few more incidents and accidents, to be perfectly honest with you, with once the rain was there, especially with drivers coming out on, you know, mediums and soft tyres rather than inters or wets. I don't think it got wet enough to put a full set of wets on for sure, but definitely a set of inters maybe for lap 1. No idea what Potkind was thinking, sticking a set of inters on at the end. Maybe he knew something we didn't, I don't know. Please drop those likes, please, people. Comment if you haven't already. Thank you, Smiling Speedster. Appreciated. All the comments help. It seems to work on any interaction, whether that be good or bad. But comments really help. Post and live. So post race, if you're watching after, just chuck a little hello in or something. Thanks or whatever. I don't care what it is. A number 26. There you go. Put 26 in if you get to the end and you watch this stream and stuff. All those algorithms pick up on that sort of stuff. Hopefully gets my channel seen by a few more people. Being as I've only got 757 subscribers, it's not getting pushed out to many, is it? So, who else have we had join the room then? So, Basti we've seen. X22 Dex is in the house. He's gone for the 296 Ferrari. Catalin we've seen. Christian, he's gone Porsche. Sam Wolf has gone M6. And I don't even know what we're going to call you. Just PBV, I think. PBV, we're going to call you. He's gone for the GTR as well. The GT3 Porsche 911. Is that what we've got in the house then? Just Vossi, where are you, Vossi? Oh, he's back in the M6. So it's Porsche's. It's the 911 GT3R, the M6 GT3, and the 296 GT3. I think that's all we've got in the room tonight. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, did he say 35? He did say 35. So we're just around the corner from race 2. Cheers, mate. No problem, Smiling Speedster. Chuck that in after the race as well. When I finish the stream, go and find it and put that in the comments. Why have 2 lids? Huh? What a waste. So, going to have 12 drivers on track by the looks of it for race 2. Let's get ourselves on. Turn all the nonsense on now. Christian just having a thrash around in the Porsche. Oh, he's got a target on his back. That can't be good. But we are just about to start race 2 here then. What's it say on his roof? Anyone see what it says on his roof? Could we see what it says on his roof? No. Okay. Race 2. Just about to get underway. So reverse grid? Yes, reverse grid for race 2. New drivers start from the front regardless. That's just the way they play it. But that's what we've got. Another 3-lap race coming up. Weather might turn up again in terms of rain. Decent start. Not sure if Dex, was it Dex? Yeah, didn't get away too well. Potkind Vectra trying to get around the outside of him. Not a poor start, just wasn't a great start by X22. So it is PBV that leads then in the Porsche 911. Christian in another Porsche 911 in second. Sam Wolf in third. Potkind Vectra up to fourth. X22 in fifth. Got Vossi in sixth. Basti brakes. Oh no, there goes X22. He's off. Losing a few positions. Basti brakes in sixth now then. Everyone being promoted. Lukti 7th, Ace Killer in 8th, Mart 9th, Catalim in 10th, Smiling Speedster in 11th, and X22 got that car back on track. A little bit of front end damage to contend with. Should repair itself, but he's 3.5 seconds off the field at the minute, so can we see anyone? Yeah, he's still got targets to chase, but yeah, he's a long way down. Long race though. We are only just starting lap 1, so plenty to go at. PBV leads then. Christian right on his tail, heading back up the hill. Sam Wolf keeping himself right in that fight as well. Top 3 pretty much bumper to bumper. Potkind trying to close that gap up as well. Vossi 5th, Basti in 6th. Vossi, was that a bit naughty there, Vossi? Basti brakes was carrying more speed than you, and it looked like you just tried to drive him off the track. Oh no! Christian's off. Looks like he has got that thing back on track in a safe manner. So again, everyone moves up a position behind. We're in front of X22 now. So it's not X22, is it? It was Christian. So PBV then still leads. Second place goes to Sam Wolf at the moment. Potkind up on those podium spots. You be careful, sir. Vossi into fourth. Basti desperate for a way past in that Ferrari. Oh, wobble there from Vossi. Does that give Basti the opportunity? Not down here, I don't think. Might opt to go for a late break. No. Trying to hold that inside line. Gets it. Can he get the power down on the way through? It's a drag race back up the hill. Vossi just holds on to it, but Basti brakes, has tucked himself right in the slipstream. He's carrying good speed as well. Will Vossi allow him past? Not the cleanest driving I've ever seen, Vossi. Yeah, you've got to give other drivers room, mate. That's, you know, you're just blocking the track by the looks of it. As people come to overtake you, you're just driving straight across in front of them. No, Ace Killer's off. Don't know if there was contact. He's running perfectly straight. What's going on? No steering, no throttle. Oh no, a little bit of throttle. He's down to 11th. Just misses the carousel as well. That's going to slow him down a little bit more. We have got a yellow flag out. Who's crashed? Back to green flags by the looks of it. Basti still trying to get past Vossi. Sam Wolf has taken the lead of the race though. PBV has made a little mistake. Allowed the BMW driver through. He pulled a bit of a gap as well. 1.2 seconds. Breaks the toe for PBV behind. Potkind Vectra a little off the slipstream pace there as well. But top 3 have pulled nearly 3 seconds over Vossi. Basti still hot on his tail though, looking for a way past. So can Basti brakes stick with Vossi for the next few corners? Just utilise the slipstream coming up the Dottinger straight to overtake him. Again, closing up down this little section, but nowhere to overtake. Through the left. Almost leaves enough room for a Ferrari-sized car to go through. Into the mini carousel then. Oh, Vossi gets a little bit loose through there. Basti not able to take advantage. Into the swallowtail. 0.3 of a second. Still getting a toe then. Can he make it work here, Basti? He's just outside the toe range of giving Mart a slipstream behind him. Here we go then. No bump drafting for you. Tucks himself back into the slipstream then. Trying to carry the speed. Back down the hill. Back up again. That's it. He's going to have to stay in 5th place for next few corners. Okay, we have got drivers coming in the pits already. Sam Wolf stays out. PBV stays out. Basti Brakes stays out. Gets himself up to 3rd then with that pass over Vossi. And drivers coming in the pits. Vossi in 4th. Martin 5th. He's closed that gap up massively on Vossi as well here. Smiling Speedster stays out on his... Oh, no he doesn't. He leaves the lobby. Or leaves the race. So where were we? Mart has stayed out on the mediums. Ace Killer stayed out on his mediums as well. X22 stays out on the mediums. Christian comes out on a fresh set of mediums. 11 seconds behind X22. Popkind also out, fresh set of mediums. And Catalim also out, fresh set of mediums. Look at this, Sam Wolf starting to pull a massive gap now. Softs are in a bit of pain here. He's got to be careful they don't absolutely explode by the time he gets to the end of lap 2. Also on the softs for PPV. Not looking too bad. Basti Brakes on the softs as well. Will they last? Mediums on for Vossi. Mart also on that medium tyre. It's the softs though. The softs look pretty worn out. Are they going to manage to do another lap here? It'll be costing them time. Little mistakes will start setting in. Here to watch the pros. I predict Sam Wolf for the win. My connection lost. Oh, Smiling Speedster. I wondered why you just disappeared. Get yourself in for the next race, bro. Yeah, Sam Wolf looking good at the minute. 2.5 seconds lead over PBV. He was leading but had a little mistake, PBV. Not too sure. Oh, he's had another one. Look. Oh no, he's been into the wall. Basti sneaks through into 2nd position. Oh no! PPV pushes the throttle a little bit hard coming around that corner. The rears light up and around he goes. He's just bouncing off the walls as he tries to get that car straight. Back on track. X22 goes past PBV. Back on track. Then dirty tyres. Got front and rear end damage. That's going to slow him down for a few corners. Probably tyres catching him out. He is on the softs. And they are starting to show their wear. We'll just catch Ace Killer getting a little bit loose there. So now Basti Brakes is into 2nd. He's able to put the hammer down on that Ferrari. It's closed the gap up. Obviously we've lost a PBV, but he was already closing up on PBV. And now he is only a 2nd behind Sam Wolf. He's less than a 2nd. Look how much speed he's carrying. Half a 2nd now behind Sam Wolf. Again, tyres looking a bit painful on both of these drivers' cars. Look how much quick. What? How? What? How is that Ferrari so much quicker? Are you fuel saving, Sam Wolf? Not really. Vossi third though. Closing up, goes a little bit wide through there. Mark not able to find a way through. Into the carousel they go. Sam Wolf, what's happening with Sam Wolf? He's all of a sudden looks like he's running slow as Vossi goes through, Mark goes through. What's happening? What's going on, Sam? The tyres just catching you out. Those fronts look absolutely devoed. I think it could be, you know, I think it could just be tyre wear trying to push into these corners and the car's just saying no, so he's just having to back off. So Mark then still tucked behind Vossi's rear spoiler. Can't find a way past just yet. Basti brakes, starts pulling a little bit more of a gap here. 1.8 seconds between him and Vossi. Again, soft tyre on for Basti. They're crying out to be changed. Mediums on for, for Basti. Yeah, they're crying out to be changed. Vossi is on the mediums. They're looking good. They are pulling a bit of time back on Basti as well. Mark's keeping himself right there with Vossi. Nice tight line through there for Mark. Carousel. It can be if you get it wrong. Nearly getting that one wrong, Mark. Little hot in there, but Vossi's gone and done exactly the same thing on the next corner. Far too hot into the next turn. Onto the gravelly goes. Drops down to third. Slightly slidey tyres for the next couple of corners as well. A bit of gravel dust on those. Oh. Now Mark starts to close up on Vossi. Not under slipstream. I think he just managed to carry a little bit more speed through the swallowtail. Get it right. Closed up a little bit on Basti. They are just a second apart. All drivers need to come in the pits though. Well, no, not all drivers, apologies, apart from the drivers that came in at the end of lap 1, but everybody's going to need a little bit of fuel, unless you came in at the start of lap 1 at the end of lap 1. Basti is desperate for tyres here as well. He's managed to hold that lead. Oh. Almost getting it wrong. Those tyres almost cost him getting into the pits there. Mark comes in, Vossi in, Ace Killer in, Sam Wolf in, X22 in. Christian on his mediums is going to... Oh no, he's got to come in for fuel. PPV needs tyres and fuel. Oh, he's left. Catalin, Potkind, Vectra stay out then. They stopped at the end of lap 1, picked up fresh tyres and fuel. But these drivers have managed to get out in front of them. Basti breaks in first, Mark second. That puts Catalin in third, Potkind in fourth, Vossi in 5th, Ace Killer 6th, Sam Wolf 7th, X22 in 8th, Christian in 9th. Unfortunately, we've lost LPV. Can Basti brakes pull away from Mart? 1.1 seconds between them. They're on a fresh set of soft tyres, both of them, so they will run very, very quick compared to the drivers on the worn mediums behind them. ADSL plus cell phone USB sharing, double secured with crappy ADSL. Crappy ADSL. Keep an eye on these two then. He's still maintaining that second gap over Mart. He's not been able to close that one down yet. Catalim in third then. Potkind still fourth. Be interesting to see whether these two manage to find a way past them before the end of this lap. Both on that softer tyre, Vossi and Ace Killer. They are starting to close up on Potkind Vectra here as well. Just over a second between them. Less than that now. Oh, Ace Killer trying to find a way past Vossi through there. Getting ever closer to Potkind. They get past through here. It's a tricky section. Ace Killer carrying loads of speed through there. Maybe a little bit too much. He's had to back off the throttle so as not to end up on the grass. Vossi has a little late dive up the inside. It's cost him though. Oh my god. Oh my god. All three BMWs getting a little bit squirrely through there. Killer does manage to squeeze his way through past Vossi. Right on the tail of Potkind Vectra though. Fresh soft tyre versus a semi-worn medium here. Ace Killer finding that inside line. Through he goes into fourth then. Potkind right behind him. Vossi right behind him, Sam Wolf right behind him, and they all chase down Catalim, 1.9 seconds ahead. Can't even see the top two, they're 4.9 seconds ahead of Catalim. Mark then not been able to close that gap up on Basti. Ferrari versus BMW. Catalim holding that second, that time falling though. Ace Killer getting ever closer to him, 1.2 seconds the gap now. On that semi-worn set of mediums as well, Catalim. Ace Killer's softs, although semi-worn, will be a lot more grippy. Cheers Marco, appreciate that my friend. When will you make a guest appearance of that? People have asked me that. Right, lots of people have asked me that. I don't, I haven't driven this track in anger. 5 years, maybe even longer than that, probably since I started streaming. Which is about 5 years ago, because I just don't have time to practice it. Well, I didn't have time to practice it. Okay, it's all gone wrong. While I've been chatting to you lot, look what's happened here. Mart has gone from second down to sixth in the final lap. That puts Catalim in second for the time being. Ace Killer might be able to get that off him though. Nobody's catching Basti brakes now. 9 seconds up the road. No Martin in his rear view mirror to upset him. This now is where the race is. Still got Vossi and Sam Wolf tucked away in the background. All got a little bit of a slipstream down here as well. Over the brow of the hill then, down towards the mini carousel. Couple of BMWs get a bit loose through there. They managed to hold position though. Now what's going to happen now? Dotting a straight, everybody very close together. Nobody close enough to go for Basti. Where is he? There he is. But here we go now then. Ace Killer getting closer. He does go for the bump draft. So again, that just pushes Catalim down the track a little bit, and then Ace Killer will go the move now. carry the speed past Catalim. And unfortunately, Catalim won't have it all, will he? Will he carry the speed past him? He won't. Slipstream not enough then. Not quite enough for Ace Killer to get past. So it is going to be Basti Brakes that takes the win. Oh, he's had a little mare at the end though. Catalim comes home in second. Ace... Oh no, what happened? Oh, Ace Killer must have had a penalty. Vossi's come home in third. Unless Ace Killer's just got that last corner wrong. Ace Killer fourth. Mart in fifth. I'll have to have a look at the rest of those. There we go. Basti Brakes taking the win then. Catalim, a surprise in second for him, I think. It was for us anyway. Vossi in third. Ace Killer fourth. Mart in fifth. Samuel sixth. Potkind seventh. X22 in eighth. Christian in ninth. And then 3 DNFs. PBV, Lukti and Smiling Speedster. Although Smiling Speedster has been in the chat. And told us his connection's dead. He's killed his internet. That's what happens. Yeah. So driving, it's going to take me a year plus to get back into knowing this track again. To drive it, you know, I see the corners week in, week out. I kind of know the lines, but once you sat behind the wheel, it's different than looking from the from outdoors, outside the car, if you like. Plus, so I used to have a rig right down here, but that's now filled with 8-inch travel downhill bike. That's what's in there now. Yeah, I used to stream. I used to race and stream the races, but it just got. I just didn't get time. I was streaming commentary that much that I just didn't get time to practice the races. So I was crashing out all the time because I wasn't, you know, just wasn't getting the time. I wasn't learning the tracks, wasn't learning the car. Got miffed with it, sacked it all off, carried on with the commentary obviously, but just, yeah, when it came to racing, it was just, controller drivers are the best. What have you been smoking, Magic? Huh? I mean, the clue's in the name of me. You're on the mushrooms, ain't you, Magic? Huh? Yeah, if I had another rig, or you know, I could I don't know, maybe because I'm friends with Mar, I'm friends with Ace Killer, but you know, can I kick them off their rigs for a night or several nights for the next year to practice this track before getting back on there? I don't know. Maybe. Wasn't too bad at Nords either. Quite like a bit of Nords. Had some damn good races here. So next race is in 3 minutes. So exactly the same setup. 3-lap race. Reverse grid from previous race results. Let's just have a look who else we've had join. DD PSW9 is in the house. Smiling Speedster's back in the house. He gets a little bit of a cheat code by ending up at the front. Zajna, I think. Mikshu 47 PPV still here, and Vossi has got to pick a car. What's my prediction for the next race? Well, Basti's looking quick. I'll give him that. If Mart or Ace Killer, maybe Smiling Speedster. Obviously the new drivers, I've no idea. The DD and the Sajna, I don't know. Mikshu, don't know. Yeah, Basti's looking quick. But I would say if Mart or Ace Killer can get a bit of a gap out front or make their way out front, they could pull away. possibly Smiling Speedster. Did have a good practice session, good first half of race 1. Yeah, if it's reverse grid, it's going to be difficult for Basti brakes. Obviously, there's going to be, there's now more drivers on track, which makes it difficult. Obviously, if you're starting from the back, less opportunities to get past, more to get past. It's going to be tricky. Let me just have a look at. Let's just have a look at these and figure out. See, PPV wasn't looking too bad either until he all went wrong and decided to dive out of the lobby. Yeah, my money's on Basti brakes, Ace Killer or Mark really for race 3 win. That's what I'm going with. Oh, Ace Killer ran out of fuel at the end. Yeah, we'll get ourselves ready for race 3 then. Look at this stupidity, look, I've already showed it once, look at that. 2 tops. What's the point? Oh, fuel consumption times 6. Well, nobody's making it round without fueling now then. Always go for Ace Killer. Okay. See what happens. Two on S. Is he on about 2 stops? Or 2 stints? I don't know. Okay, we're already late for the start of race 3. It was 3 minutes past. It's now 4 minutes past. Thought you Germans were mega efficient. Who's just put in the chat that they're going to no stop? There's no way you're no stopping. A, your tyres are going to be absolutely murdered unless you go for hards. B, you are certainly going to need fuel. At time 6, I don't think you're going to get round. Not you, Smiling Speedster. Whoever it was in the chat that said they were going to do a no stop. Yeah, he is pretty good. Ace Killer is pretty good with fuel saving. Strategy in general for the sort of faster drivers. They're usually pretty good at it. Can catch them out, if they stop too early or too late, get tangled up in the field again. Something for you, Smiling Speedster. Okay, we're just round the corner then from race 3 start. You can see the countdown ticking over in the lobby chat. X22's gone for the big Mercedes this time. Not happy with the Ferrari. Wants a wider rear end. Okay, here we go. How many have we got on track? 14 drivers for race 3. PPV up front, 22, X22 in second, Lookty in third, DD PSW9 in fourth. Lights go on then. It's a decent, oh no, it's a poor start. Who's that at the back? It's Sajna getting a poor start, losing a couple of positions there, I think. PPV then leads through turn 1. X22 was looking half decent in the Ferrari until he went off track. Can he control the big Mercedes this race? We'll see. Lukti in third then. He's looked pretty quick as well. Does seem to be one or two little mistakes coming in from him. The Ferrari does look quick here though. Smiling Speedster back in the Porsche for race 3. Oh, Mick Shu gets a little bit squarely in the Mercedes in 5th. It's going to be overtaken, I think, by Sam Wolf. Possibly by Sajner as well. Not quite by Sajner, I don't think. Oh, yes he is. Porsche goes riding round the outside of Mick Shu. Mark chasing him down. Ace Killer chasing him down. Then we have Didi in 11th, Catalin in 12th, Basti Brakes 13th, Christian in 14th. Oh, battle for the lead properly kicking off then. Look at this, 3 wide. Sorry for the jumpy camera. When it gets too close to the edge of the track, it doesn't realise that it can actually go through the edge of the tracks, but it doesn't like to do that. PPV then loses out 2 positions. X22 goes past, Lukti goes past him. PPV drops to 3rd then. Smiling Speedster stays 4th. Got Sam Wolf for company. A little bit of a gap then back to Sajner as they've just made their way through a couple of drivers. Not doing too bad in 6th at the minute. Popcorn Vector hot on his heels though. Mart in 8th. Not too far behind Potkind. Ace Killer keeping himself bolted firmly on the rear end of Mart. Didi, oh my god, what are you doing in that Ferrari? Okay, seems to be driving it sensibly now. Interesting. Oh, he's getting a bit heavy with the old right foot by the looks of it. Oh, that's Basti Brakes who lights the rears up on the Ferrari this time. Catalin also in the Ferrari. Christian in the Porsche, and unfortunately Mick Shu unable to control that Mercedes, finds himself in 14th position. Back to the front then. X22 leads. Lukti 2nd. PPV in 3rd, but don't know for how much longer. Smiling Speedster looking for a way past onto this fast section of the circuit here as well. Bump drafting at the moment, trying to push them closer towards Lukti. They are closing that gap down on the top 2. Oh, Lukti, oh, gets a bit squirrely in the Ferrari. 0.7 of a second behind the top 2 now. Smiling Speedster involved in this fight. Sam Wolf tucked onto the back end of Smiling Speedster as well. Oh, look at this. Leads away past Smiling Speedster. Can't stick in LPB's shadow for too long. Sam Wolf 5th then. Sajna in 6th, still being hounded by Popcorn Vector in 7th. Mart another 1.5 seconds behind Popkind. Ace Killer still half a second behind him. We've got Catalin is just under a second behind Ace Killer. Christian back up to 11th. Basti Brakes back down to 12th. Oh no, sorry, he's made up 2 positions, I think. Didi drops to 13th though, and Mick Shu still trying to pick up the tail end in this Mercedes. 4.5 seconds down. Race for the lead starting to hot up a little bit. X22 still got half a second lead over Lukti. But PBV, Smiling Speedster, Sam Wolf just lurking in the background. Sajna trying to close that gap up as well. 1.5 seconds. Manages to open that gap. Oh, manages to open that gap up a little bit between himself and Potkine. He's kicking off at the front though. Smiling Speedster does find his way past PPV. Sam Wolf also now looking for a way past PPV. Unfortunately not able to get back onto the racing line to tuck himself behind Smiling Speedster. There was a Sam Wolf waiting in the wings to fill that gap, so he's had to wait for Sam Wolf to come past before he can pick up the slipstream from him. And there they go, side by side as they crest the hill. And it's chaos behind. Look at the amount of headlights coming down here, look. Wow. Okay, who's coming in? PBV. Potkine comes in. Christian comes in. Catalin comes in. I think it's everybody else staying out. No, Mikshu comes in. But everybody else has stayed out. Okay, race lead has changed then. Slipstream worked for Lukti. He's managed to get his way past X22. Can he pull away in the Ferrari? Again, he's looked pretty quick in that thing, but one or two little mistakes have cost him. Again, 2 laps on a set of soft tyres it's going to hurt you by the time you come back in the pits. Medium tyres on for X22. Smiling Speedster on a set of worn softs. Sam Wolf's medium still looking good. Sajna's medium still looking good. Mart up into 6th then on the mediums. Ace Killer looking good as well on the mediums in 7th. Basti Brakes in 8th on those medium tyres. DD on the soft tyres, they're actually not looking too bad for a lap old, to be perfectly honest with you. PBV then back out then, brand new fresh set of soft tyres. Catalin comes out with a fresh set of mediums. Potkine on the mediums, softs on for Christian, and Mikshu back out, although he has already crashed into the wall. Struggling a little bit in that heavy Mercedes then, by the looks of things, Mikshu. Can Lukti break away from X22 behind? It's 3/4 of a second between them at the minute. It is growing ever so slightly. Sam Wolf holding 3rd then, Smiling Speedster 4th. Sajna in 5th. Again, look how much Sajna's closed up on Smiling Speedster here, doing well in the Porsche. Medium tyres. Oh, I was going to say medium tyres hooking it well for him, but just drives himself off track a little bit. Takes a bit of paint off the side of that Porsche. Mark then in 6th. Being very closely chased by Ace Killer in 7th. Basti hanging on in there in 8th. 1.8 seconds behind the 2 BMWs in front though. There is Didi. Trying to keep that thing on the grey stuff with those worn tyres. PBV then on those fresh softs. Fresh mediums for Catalin. Potkine, Vector and Christian having a battle for 12th and 13th. Potkine takes 12th. Christian 13th. Mikshu back out the pits. Fresh set of softs on for him. Oh, X22 has gone a little bit wide through there. That's allowed Sam Wolf through. Sam Wolf into 2nd then. X22 in 3rd. Now what can Sam Wolf do? Can he close the gap up on Lukti? Almost within that slipstream range. Needs to be about 0.95 seconds, I think. Pushing hard, bringing that time down is Sam Wolf. X22 remains in third, Sajin up to fourth then. Smiling Speedster loses a position down to fifth. Again, tyres worn out. Oh. Tyres worn out on that Porsche. Got to be costing him time in some of these corners. Mart and Ace Killer closing up on him. Into the carousel. Dive into that angled corner. Basti brakes. Not quite as quick on the mediums as I thought he would be. He's lost a big chunk of time to Ace Killer. He was 1.8 seconds behind. He's now 5.4. DD into 9th then. PBV 10th. Catalim 11th. Christian back past Potkind. And Mick Shu still struggling in the Mercedes. Lupti under all sorts of problems now then. Sam Wolf hot on his heels. He's in a good position to go for a move here, Sam Wolf. He can stick with Lupti onto the Dottinger straight. Or wait for Lupti's soft tyres to give out. Like almost just there. Core. Couple of wheels on the grass there for Lupti. He managed to hold it onto the track though. Remains in first place. Kicking off for third again here. Sajna looking for a way past. Oh, a little bit of off-track action there for X22. Tiny bit of contact between the two of them. There's a Mart and an Ace Killer closing up on the four drivers in front. And they are all very, very close together now. Tyres absolutely blown out on Lupti's Ferrari up front. Can he get around this corner without binning it? He's had to slam the brakes on pretty much. A couple of wheels off the track. That's allowed Sam Wolf to carry the speed through. Lupti dives back over, gets himself back into the slipstream. He's managed to use that slipstream to get back past Sam Wolf though. He's going to run out of fuel. Now, he's run out of fuel right now. Mart in the pits, Ace Killer in the pits, X22 in the pits. DD is going to have to come in. Oh no, he's gone wide through there. Does get himself in the pits though. Sorry, was that Basti? It was Basti. DD comes in. PBV comes in, he needs fuel. Catalim should stay out on a decent set of tyres, plenty of fuel. Who gets out then? Okay, let's start again from the front. Final lap for race 3 then. Sam Wolf leads on the exit of the pits. Sajna in second. Lupti now third. Catalin fourth. Christian in fifth. Ace Killer in sixth. Mart in seventh. X22 goes a little bit wide through there. Gets it back on track though. Holds eighth. Basti brakes. Fresh set of softs on for him in ninth. DD, a fresh set of softs for him. PBV, fresh set of softs on for him. Potkind Vectra now in the pits, and Mick Shu also in the pits. But it's all about Sam Wolf at the minute leading this one. Can Sajna close the gap up? He's looked pretty quick in that Porsche, I will give him that. You can put whatever you like on the car, Magic. Put anything you like on the car. There is a Dark Smoker logo emblem, which you'll see on not that view. That view. You can just see it on the spoiler there. I'm not sure whether they've got anything on the sides. No, but it is that logo that most people use. I think it is just under Dark Smoker, so spelt the same. Go check it out. Okay, how are we looking then? Tyres looking good for Sam Wolf. Fuel looking okay. Sajna looking a slight bit better. Tyres slightly less worn. Tiny bit more fuel in. Still being harassed by Lukti a little bit, but that gap is coming down. 1 second between them. Can Sajna come home and take the win then in race 3? So Christian might start struggling soon. His soft tyres desperate to be changed, but last lap here, so he's got to hold on to them. Try and not blow them out. Try not to hold up these drivers behind as well. A few drivers behind them. X22, Catalin, Mark, Ace Killer. X22 goes for the move on Catalin. Soft tyre versus a medium tyre. X22's got the inside line through here though. Catalin not quite able to carry the speed to get past X22. Goes for a little look around the outside here. Again, it is possible to go for an overtake down this section. X22 goes to the inside, Catalin goes to the outside. X22 holds on to it, coming into this left-hander at the top. Both drivers stay on track. So a mistake from Christian has allowed Ace Killer through. That door opens up as Mark just finds the gap through there as well. Still side by side with Christian coming into the... he's carried too much speed in, Christian. It's fired him straight out the far side of it. He's lost that position to Mark, almost loses that position to X22, but hangs on to 6th. Again, tyres blown out on Christian's car. Let's go and see what's happening up front. Sajna then gets that gap down to 0.6 of a second behind Sam Wolf. Again, tyres looking really good on Sajna's car. Sam Wolf in pretty much the same condition. Looked, he's hung on in there as well this race. No mistakes from him so far tonight. Well, not in this race. Can Sajna take the win? Don't think Ace Killer's close enough. He's got to get past a Lukti anyway, and he's a few seconds behind Lukti. Oh, look how much speed he's carrying through there. Oh my god, let's just go off-roading then, Sajna. Through the left, into the right, down towards the mini carousel. Keeps himself right in check. Lukti, oh, Lukti tried his hardest to get around there, carrying the speed. Sam! Sam! What have you done, Sam? Have you got your engine wound down? What's going on? Everyone's ridiculously quicker than you on the straights. Gearbox not set up quite right? Not too sure, but it's looking good for Sajna at the minute for the win. Just the last few corners to go. Sam Wolf and Lukti closing back up on him though as we crest the hill back down. Not going to be close enough to go for a move around these last few corners, not without causing absolute... Oh. Sajna's out of fuel. Oh my god. It's all gone wrong for Sajna. I thought he was in for the win, but it is going to be Sam Wolf. Ooh. He does come home to take the win. Lukti also running out of fuel just before he crosses the line. Sajna. Oh, Sajna. So close to a win. So close. Literally ran out of fuel as he came up the hill. What a shame. Ends up third. Ace Killer comes home in fourth. Mart takes fifth. Basti breaks behind them in sixth. Catalim seventh. X22 in eighth. Christian in ninth. Didi taking 10th. PBV takes 11th. Potkind. Last few corners for him to go then. And I think we might just see Mick Shu cross the line. We might. No guarantee though. Potkind taking 12th. And we just wait for this man. He's got plenty of fuel to finish this one off, so he's not going to run out of fuel. Yeah, don't forget to click that like button, people, if you haven't already. I'm going to go for a refresh to see if you like me or not, basically. 4 likes! Look at that! That's got to be the most ever. I'm blushing. Oh, blushing. 4 likes. Amazeballs. Thank you, people. There he is. Sam Wolf taking a win. Oh, so gutted for Sajna. Really pushed there. Really pushed. Got into the front. Oh, just ran out of fuel. What a shame. Yeah, shame for him. Good bit of racing. Lukti as well, just running out of fuel as he crossed the line. So, that was race 3. We've got one more race to go. I think we might see a Mart disappear. Yes, yeah, he does usually dip out about this time. So, who have we got left in the room now? Any new drivers? Let's have a look. Nope. Vossi's back in. Christian's still here. Calagino has joined the room. Let's see how he gets on. If he sticks around. They don't always stick around. They might turn up, see it's Nurburgring, and go, oh yeah, let's join Nurburgring. And then they see it 3 laps, possible weather, tyre wear, fuel depletion, and go, no, and run away. That's what they do. Do you know what I haven't done, people? I haven't showed you the website, which I'm going to do quickly. Just translate it. You know I want it translating, just do it. And then we'll go like that. Boom! Yeah, there is the Just for Fun. There it is. So plenty going on. Discord server. About us, there's, you know, there's news, members, guest book, that sort of thing. Make sure you go and sign the guest book if you turn up. A little bit about them, where they came from, gallery, so there's archives and videos, photos, that sort of thing. Tips and tricks, a little bit of a contact page as well if you wanted to get hold of them. Emails, etc, etc, and then everything else, just basically me. Right, there I am. Yeah, that's the oh, come on, get it right. That's that page, www.justforfundrivingclub.de. Make sure you go and check it out. If you do sign the guest book and you heard about it via me, then tell them you've heard it via me. Cheat Code is in the house. Evening. Cheat Code. Don't worry, I'll get rid of that off the screen in a second. That's his official name, Cheat Code. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Boop. So we had, what's that? Did I see someone else join there? Paranoia Awake. Interesting. There he is. Vossi. Lookty. Sajna. Still in the room. Good. There he is. Cheat Code. Girlfriend does more than more. That's 100% a cheat code. Or it's his password to all his like bank accounts and stuff. He's used letters, numbers, no capitals though in that one, and a symbol. It's not bad. It's not bad. It needs a capital in there though. Did we get a start time for the next race? Yes, 33. Okay, so pretty much now. So it should have 15 drivers on track for the final race. What are you doing? Why aren't you going away, you muppet? You need to turn it off. I'm looking at almost Inception now. I'm looking at my stream live with my stream 30 seconds in the background, and I've got two lots of chat on the same screen, and I've got the chat on here on this. I've got the chat on this side for the streaming software, and then that side I've got Inception. Okay. Oh, we've lost a driver. Who did we lose? Oh, Sam Wolf left after taking the win as well. He's left on a high. Fair play to him. Walk away with his head held high, no doubt. Yeah, we'll say Magic if you're still listening. That I did have a go at ripping round Berg on a pad. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. I've got bloody controls. Right, let's get ourselves on track. Get all the nonsense on now. Oh, come on, get all the nonsense on now. There we go. Cheat code in the Porsche. Okay. I think he was Nissan GTR for the first couple of weeks we saw him. Don't think it was quite as competitive as the Porsche, Mercedes, BMW, Ferraris. But we are just about to get underway with the final race of the evening here then. Apologies if you tried to catch this live a couple of weeks ago, last week. Obviously we've had daylight savings time change, so we've gone forward an hour, back an hour versus everybody else. No, forward an hour. I don't even know anymore. Shooter Man just joined the lobby. Racing in VR. Don't know whether you should apologise for that, mate. So you might see Smiling Speedster just drive off into a wall in a second. There you go. Oh no. He's still in control of that thing. Here we go then. Final race of the evening. So again, all the new drivers will be placed at the front and everybody else will be reverse grid. So, oh no, it looks like a random grid for this one, to be honest. Okay, lights go on then. Final race of the evening about to get underway. Oh, it's a good start by Potkind. It's almost a false start, but he's managed to get away with it. PBV then out front. So he did alright in the first race he led, but a little mistake cost him. DD second and Smiling Speedster third. Potkind in fourth, already being harassed by cheat code. He's on the phone to Yamagachi Tamaguchi, whatever his name is. Get a few more brake horsepower in that Porsche over everybody else. Christian in 6th, then Catalim in 7th. Got Basti. Brakes, no, Didi, he's crashed the Ferrari. He's going to fall right to the back of the field now, unfortunately, I think. Ace Killer in 8th. Sajna 9th. Now, can Sajna get a win on the cards tonight? Lukti in 10th. Shooterman in 11th. X22 in 12th. Paranoia Awake in 13th. Oh. Paranoia Awake in 12th. DD 13th. Basti brakes, getting it all wrong somewhere. Into the wall he goes. Bit of damage on the front of that. Back down to 14th. And Vossi in 15th. Opting for the Ferrari as well in the final race. PBV though pulled out a bit of a gap already, 2 seconds over Potkind, who's managed to squeeze his way through to second. Again, cheat code hot on his heels in the Porsche. Again, difficult track to overtake Nordschleife. Oh no, cheat code. He's put a wheel on the grass, and that's the result. Front end damage, gets himself onto track safely, just about. Yes, he does now. But what a shame, from 3rd to 11th. Cheat code obviously was too much for him. X22's made a mistake as well. He's drops down to 15th in the Porsche. Again, I think he's just said he's quite a fresh driver in the lobby on pad. Making it look easy at the minute, PBV. Potkind second then. Calatim in 3rd. Ace Killer in, Ace Killer 4th. Christian in 5th. Sajna 6th. Again, interesting to see if Sajna can pull it out the bag in this final race of the evening. Lukti in 7th. Smiling Speedster right behind him. Shooterman 92 XXL in 9th. Almost pushing Smiling Speedster around that corner. No! Paranoia Awake just carried a little bit too much speed around that turn. Ended up on the grass. And this is the result, unfortunately. Vossi goes through. Paranoia Awake drops to 14th position then. And there is Dex 5 seconds behind him in that Porsche. Back to the front then. PBV still leading, still pulling a gap here as well. 2.3 seconds. There is Potkind in 2nd. Catalim still right behind him in 3rd. Into the carousel, Ace Killer 4th. Christian in 5th, tucked behind him. Sajna just a second behind in 6th here as well. Again, is bringing that time down between himself and Christian. Still at 1.1 seconds. Oh, Christian trying to have a little look at Ace Killer through there and gets the move done. Saw that gap being left open, decided to stick his car in that one. A Porsche size gap. I'll have it, thanks. Look how much Sajna's closed up on Ace Killer now. Could be good if he stays here. Could be good for a couple of positions, to be honest. Get a slipstream past Ace Killer. He could continue that slipstream if he can get himself tucked behind Christian as well. Maybe get the pair of them on the Dottinger straight. Just half a second between Sajna and Ace Killer now. Here we go then, onto this Dottinger straight. Who's carrying the speed? Ace Killer just keeps that car on the track. So picking up a toe. Ace Killer is also picking up a toe though. Starting to get closer, but not quick enough. Let's find. Don't think anybody close enough to go for a move, to be honest, down that Dottinger straight. PBV then, around these last couple of corners to finish off lap one, leading. Oh no, he's dived in the pit straight away. Okay, Potkine's also come in. Catalin comes in. Christian comes in. Ace Killer stays out. Sajna right behind him in second, also stays out. Both drivers on the medium tyre. Lukti stays out on the softs. Brave move. They're going to be blown out by the end of second lap. Same for Shooterman 92. They're going to be really struggling come the end of lap 2. Smiling Speedster on the medium stays out. Cheat Code stays out. Basti Brakes stays out. Didi stays out. And Vossi stays out. PBV then. Fresh tyres. Fueled up. Fresh set of mediums on for him. Catalim on the mediums. Now then. Catalim's got away with that one. Doesn't look like we've got pit exit penalties on. Catalim cut straight across that double white line, which should be a 3-second penalty, but he's got away with it. Out in 10th then, fresh set of mediums. PBV, sorry, with a fresh set of mediums on as well. Christian, fresh set of mediums. Again, Potkind. Lap 2. Set of intermediate tyres. Expecting rain then, Potkind. Paranoia awake, back out the pits. Fresh set of mediums on for him as well. And we have lost a driver from this one. I believe X22. Cracking race up front though. Ace Killer and Sajna. Quarter of a second between them. Both on that medium tyre as well. That will certainly last till the end of this lap. Oh, Sajna. Look how desperate he is for a way past. Keeping himself firmly bolted onto the rear end of Ace Killer here. Still a quarter of a second in it between these two. So a couple of the faster sections coming up then, where Sajna could potentially go for an overtake on Ace Killer. Good exit out of there. You can get a move done. Ace Killer goes a little bit wide. Sajna takes the advantage into the lead. Just has to back off the throttle on the way through there though. Slightly compromised on the way in. Allows Ace Killer to hang on to the slipstream into this fast section now as well. Oh, sorry, wrong part of the track. Now we're onto the fast part of the circuit. Sitting at half a second. Lukti still just tucked in the background there. It's the final set of headlights you can see. Okay, let's run through the field then. Sajna now leads. Ace Killer. Oh, Sajna nearly doesn't lead. And a little wobble on. Oh no! It's lit the rears up coming round the right hander up towards the carousel. And around he goes, Sajna. Oh, is that another attempt thrown in the bin from Sajna? Still got a lap and a half to go. He's only 7.5 seconds 7.5 seconds behind race leader. That's just grown a little bit. Tiny bit of rear end damage to play with as well. That's not going to it's not going to help him out. Okay, have we just lost a PBV? I think we have. Ace Killer leads then. Lukti now second. A full second behind him, or almost a full second. Medium tyres looking good, softs not so good. Seem to be doing alright for Lukti, but just got to be careful. Take his time into some of these corners. Smiling Speedster through to third position. All change here then at Nordschleife. Gran Turismo cheat code into fourth. Sajna back on track in fifth. Schuderman in sixth. Front left absolutely gone on that thing. That will not be going around right hand corners very well. Basti brakes, looking for a way past now as well. Through he goes into sixth position. Shooterman gets dropped to seventh. Vossi in eighth. Christian in ninth. PBV, or it wasn't PBV we lost. There he is in 10th. Catalim in 11th. We've got Paranoia Awake in 12th and Popkind Vectra in 13th. We have lost two drivers. I think an X22 we've lost. And who else have we lost? I don't know. Wow. Lukti, tyres have cost him. It's been slow around a couple of those corners and has allowed that gap to open up from just under a second to 3.8 seconds on the Dottinger. That's a great big thank you very much. I'll have that, says Ace Killer. Lukti's tyres gone. Smiling Speedster looking good for tyres. Sajna pressuring cheat code for fourth position. Not quite able to get... Oh no, no, no! Sajna's out of fuel again. Oh, it's all going wrong for him. He's driving hard and he's driving fast, but it's not quite the right strategy. Ace Killer comes in then. Lukti comes in. Cheat code. Basti. Smiling Speedster. Sajna. He better come in. Schuderman comes in as well. So Christian doesn't need to stop. Vossi needs to stop. He needs fuel. Christian continues round then. PBV goes in. Sorry, continues round. It's everybody else, I think. Who else? Vossi in. Catalim in. I don't know why Catalim's in. Doesn't need fuel, doesn't need tyres. Interesting. No damage on that car. Maybe just a slight mistake from him. Paranoia awake. Got plenty of tyres, plenty of fuel. Potkind Vectra. Why did he put the inters on at lap 2? Why, Potkind? Bizarre. Okay, last lap then. Ace Killer leads 1.1 seconds over Christian. Fresh set of soft tyres on for Ace Killer. Semi-worn set of mediums for Christian. He's doing alright at the minute. 1.3 seconds the gap. PBV on semi-worn mediums as well. Just getting absolutely annihilated by Lukti in the Ferrari. Carrying speed on those soft tyres. So PBV on those semi-worn mediums, holding fourth. Basti brakes on a fresh set of softs though. He can carry speed on those. Cheat Code also on a fresh set of softs. Good battle going to develop between these two. Smiling Speedster, fresh set of softs on for him. Shooter 92 behind him in 8th. Sejna 9th. Hell of a lot of work to do in a final lap, so unfortunately I don't think we're going to see a win on the cars for Sajna. Again, been pushing fast, good fast driver, clean, just not quite getting that strategy right. Maybe calm down on the throttle or something, I don't know. Vossi then in 10th, 14 seconds behind Sajna. He's got a big gap behind him though, another 10.5 seconds back to Catalin. Potkind Vectra put some sensible tyres on for this final stint. An actual set of racing softs. Look, unfortunately 35 seconds behind anybody else on circuit, and that could be that. Ace Killer making the best of those fresh soft tyres, starts to pull a little bit of a gap from Christian on the semi-worn mediums. I think that gap's only going to get bigger as well. Now, can Christian hold on to second, or can Lukti use those soft tyres to his advantage as well? Just over 4 seconds to try and make up, nearly 4.5. Keeps this kind of pace, I don't know whether it's going to be possible. Good battle happening behind here as well. PBV, worn mediums, Basti brakes. Oh, again using the speed and grip of that Ferrari to get past. No battle with Cheat Code anymore though. He's dropped off that fight a little bit. He will close up on PBV himself pretty quickly. Smiling Speedster looking alright. Still got Shooterman and Sejna reasonably close. Sajna, not Sejna. I don't know why I said Sejna. Yeah, again, fast driver Sajna, just getting that strategy a little bit wrong. Maybe not quite putting enough fuel. But yeah, very quick driver. Just getting the odd little thing wrong. Bossy 10th then. Pulls more time over Catalin. Potkind Vectra, he's been doing donuts. He's now 52 seconds behind anybody else on track. What's 35? Up front then, Ace Killer finds another few tenths over Christian. The gap stretches to just over 2 seconds. Lukti is bringing that time down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It was 4.5 seconds. It's down to 3.1 at the minute, but we are way over the halfway point of this final lap. Great big pile of air there for Basti, for Lukti and Basti. This is one of the sections on track you can get air on. as is this next little drop down. Just there. Cheat code then all over the back of PBV. Porsche versus Porsche. Semi-worn medium versus semi-worn soft tyre. Battle for 5th and 6th. But let's get ourselves to the front then. Race leader just hits the Dottinger straight now. 2.3 seconds ahead of Christian. There's no slipstream, no advantage for Christian then. It's just an all-out slog down this long straight. Basti brakes free and clear. Cheat code. Might get a position here, might be able to take 5th. Again, just running out of time here. Goes for the move. It's late. Is it enough? Is it enough for cheat code? I think it is. He has got through. Let's get ourselves to the front then. Ace Killer just rounds that final corner and he will come home to take the final race win of the evening then. Christian comes home in 2nd position, literally running out of fuel as he crosses the line. Lukti also out of fuel as he crosses the line. Oh. Christian. What happened? You finished 2nd and now you're 7th. You must have had a naughty penalty. Did you cross a pit line or something? Usually shows up on your car, but I've not seen anything. Interesting. So it was Ace Killer that took the win then in the final race. Lukti actually takes 2nd position. Weirdly enough, Basti brakes, comes home for 3rd. Again, result out of nowhere. Cheat code comes home in 4th. PBV, not too sure what happened with you, but 5th place. Smiling Speedster taking 6th. Shooterman taking 7th. Catalim taking 8th. Christian down to 9th. Yeah, so as more and more drivers cross the line, he's just getting pushed further and further down the field depending on how far back they are. He might just stay ahead of Vossi though. Oh yeah, Vossi's out of fuel. Coasting it across the line then for 10th position for Vossi. Potkind Vectra. Again, interesting choice to go for the inters in lap 2. Don't know. I don't know. You did it in one of the previous laps, previous races as well. Put a set of inters on. No rain came, so it absolutely ruined him. But there he is, Ace Killer on the podium, top spot. Shout out to Magic for calling him out. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Appreciate that, Magic. There was a car sideways on. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I know if you cross the double white line outside, you know, the second you come out of the pits, that's a 3 or 5 second penalty. You're sort of meant to stay on the, you know, not cross those lines until they finish, and then you can dive out onto track. But a lot of the time it shows the penalties above the car, but for some reason it didn't this time. But there it is. Another evening of Just for Fun Driving Club Nordschleife action. Again, same time, same place every Saturday night, 8 o'clock UK time, 8 o'clock UK time. Forget the German times, all right? It's not my lobby, but if I'm not streaming it, is it really happening? Eh? Is it really happening? So yeah, if you are listening and you haven't already, then, you know, click the subscribe button. Like it if you haven't. Drop some comments in, pre, post, all that sort of stuff. You know, during the lives, post race, all that malarkey, all helps. Share it out to people you might think want a bit of this. And but most of all, what I want you to do is tell your mates. Oh, let me just calm down a little bit, right? So yeah, same time, same place next week. 8 o'clock for more of this action. Tomorrow night I'm back at 9 o'clock as well, UK time, for the next round of the P1RC's Ferrari Challenge. So I believe we're back in GR4s this week. It's GR3s, GR4s on alternate weeks. And yeah, so that's 9 o'clock tomorrow night for the Ferraris. And yeah, same time, same place next week for more of the Nurburgring action. Come and check it out. Subscribe to keep yourself updated. Obviously, you'll know when I'm live and all that sort of stuff. Any news, you can find me on Facebook as well. So anything that I need to post goes on there usually. But yeah, that's about it from me tonight, people. Again, I hope you've liked what you watched. Press all the buttons, click all the things, send the link out. But most of all, tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.